Hello, just doing a quick sound check. Check out. Hello. Me there? I guess that's us. We're off to a start here. Let me just mute the backdrop here. Quick shout out to my friend Chizuriko, who I'm streaming Borderlands with, and we'll be getting back to shortly. Yeah, for now we've got this lovely title, Slime Rancher. I fell in love with this title ages ago, at a point where I was in an excellent point in my life and living large and very happy. Thought I'd seen the last of my woes, but alas, everybody has their fair share, eh? So here we are today, the rush mode for Slime Rancher. So give a quick introduction to everybody who hasn't played Slime Rancher before. It's pretty much everything that you see in front of you. We'll get started and run through it. Okay, so your objective is to be the greatest Slime Rancher there ever was. Okay. I barely remember how to play this. There's a weird effect to this, but yeah, I loved this game when I played it a while back. I think I watched a YouTube channel play it. Oh, there we go. Oh man, they even make noises now as we dump them into their pens. Oh. So, an introduction, yes. Your objective is to get as many of these things into the pen as possible, feed them as much money as possible, and then harvest what comes out of them. And I will leave it up to your own imagination as to what you think it may be. I know in the context of this game, they're useful for everything from military tech to diet suppressant pills. That is a very rare spawn. So, if we can't find him, it's time to check in. We'll vacuum one of those up too. Yeah, but I fell in love with this game a little while back from an independent group, Monomi Park. They're an excellent group, a small group. I think this is their only game to date, but it really took me away from things. Brought me great joy. You know, like an older sibling that's just gotten in from an athletic event. see what this phone wants. So as you go throughout the game, these quests will show up, and they'll give you access to items that you wouldn't previously have. So let's see what the rewards are. That's what we need to feed our friend, plus a little more time. But we need to wait for it to get to nighttime first in order to grab some of the other things she requires. So let's get back out here and hunt down more slimes before we start our slime empire. Okay, so the nice part about rush mode is that you start with a couple of upgrades already. There's a jetpack that is available to you later on in the game after you've started. I don't know if this is just based on what I may have already unlocked, but yeah, very cool title. The whole basis of this is running backwards and forwards between your ranch and the outside, finding new breeds of slime and making sure that the ones inside the pens are happy enough that they don't try and escape. As you may have noticed, one or two of the slimes will jump on top of one another. Surface yet. The reason I like this is it's a statement of what the company can do, right? There you go. So they're jumping on top of one another now. Because some of them either haven't got things they need or haven't been fed. So we'll remedy that by taking them up into our all-purpose vacuum, along with their plorts, which terrible farming practice if you've ever seen it. Love the sound it makes. But yeah, as a statement of intent, I enjoy a game that shows what the developer is capable of doing. Each and every one of these slimes functions independently in and of itself with an AI. Some of them get hunted by larger creatures later on. There you go. And that's how you make your money. Let's see. Where do we spend it? What can we buy? So as you may have noticed, they're starting to... Let's have a look. Oh, God. So that's what we'll do. We'll create a little music box for our slimes here. What do they need? Okay, nighttime. We also need 6 fruit and 6 of the strawberries. Okay. As you can see, that timer is ticking away on the top of the gun there, letting you know how much time you have left. Another nice piece as well. It's yeah, probably shouldn't be. Here's a nice touch as well. The rubber ducky and all the other slime toys that you can chuck into the pens also reduce slime agitation. Just realized we need one of these things to feed to our machine for our quest. Well, I think we lost the duck. But we are in a bit of a rush to get this done. Yeah, as time ticks down in real time, that's how long you have to finish the rest of this mission. No, berries. As you can see, as you've seen already, just from the early part of this game, the fruits are all named after slightly different. I believe that is a Q berry, which is a strawberry, and these pomegranates and alpoco fruit. Okay. Another of one of the most wild bits of farming practice I've seen as well. You just fire your chickens into the pen and the slimes will go to town. Like ringing the dinner bell, as it were. Okay. Let's see if we can find any more of the items that they require. So whilst we haven't gotten necessarily to the next stage of evolution here yet, which you can then in turn sell. Sorry, none of my sound checks done that. There we go. What a great start. So now that we've got a couple of different slimes, we can explore what that will do. Okay. I should have kept the chicken. Oh well. Yeah, as you go through the game and upgrade, you'll figure out different shortcuts to get to different places, how to get up higher with your jetpack, and thusly explore the area surrounding. So far, we've only really just scratched the surface here of places to explore. As you can see, the map expands fully out past the end of the Rain Mountain range there in the distance. So, let's go back. Explore the miracles of evolution at its finest. Giant pink cats. As you may have noticed now, though, the gems themselves are now being produced in two different variants. In both the tabby claw and the pink claw, which we can now go on and sell for an increased price. Which leads me to one of the other wonderful things about this game that I mentioned as a statement of intent. This is incredible, because if you notice, not only all of these creatures interacting with one another, but also you with you interacting with the world. Just a moment. Sorry, let me just cage my animals again. Or cage my slimes. What you may have noticed as well is this chart is the plot exchange. The prices do in fact go up and down when you're in the main mode. So it's like a stock exchange. The more you sell of one item, the less you receive back from the exchange, which is a very interesting manner of doing things. But you could imagine in a larger game, say a Skyrim vein or a GTA vein, the kind of lengths they would take that, or what that could lead to. And again, as a statement of intent, excellent. Send them some work on a larger project. I'm sure they'll absolutely annihilate it. Okay, so back to it. So now that it's nighttime, we can uphold the other end of the bargain for our friend here. She needs Q berries and she needs some phosphor slimes. So slimes that only come out at night. Let's see if we can't solve all those problems at once. I don't actually recall where the berries and things are in this, but there are a couple of cool things I do remember. For instance, you can suck up the water here and use that to blast away some of the enemy slimes that might spawn in the nighttime. So if I remember correctly, we needed 6 of these as well. So we're getting close. We'll probably take a couple of these back for our... There we go, that's the map unlocked. These stations do appear more frequently as you go throughout the game. Okay, so we have enough for the quest, but do we have enough for our ranch? The answer is no. That's definitely the answer is no. Let's get some variety here. So sadly, our smaller creatures here, the phosphor slimes, can't. So we may need to build them a specialized pen in order to keep them. Or we could possibly try seeing what happens when we mix them with another slime, which is another good option. So. Oh, we still need to get the upgrade for the auto collector. Well, first let's empty our inventory. 1, 2, 3, 4. That will solve another problem later. Oh no. Yeah, I don't recommend using this as a regular piece of farming equipment, guys. I'm fairly certain any of you would, you know, just so I'm not called out in the future by it. Oof. Excellent. Okay, so why not? They haven't seemed to have revolted yet, so let's build a new corral. Oof, you drew the short straw today. Alright, so let's rush back out here. I know there's 5,000 bugs, I believe, during this rush mode, but I'm having a very difficult time believing that's possible. Okay, let's see if we can snag a couple more of these small blue ones. Oops. No, 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 no! Oh, where's it gone? The weird concentric circle effect of it makes it slightly difficult to control. Alright, so let's push on a little further than we've seen before. This is one of my favourite areas, the next little area here. Didn't realise it spawned so many small blue ones, otherwise I would have come over here earlier. But it does spawn a lot of chickens as well at the same time. I don't know if you saw that, but we were just hit by an attack from one of the rock slimes here. There you go. Puffs up and definitely lets you know that he doesn't want to be taken into your gang of people just quite yet. Another one of them from up there. And away we go. Now that we've got a good basis of variety amongst our slimes, we can take them back and see what we can do about possibly starting up some food, or growing some food for them. I'm sure that the speed will be slightly enhanced in this. Oof. There you go. There are those bad slimes. Too much variety in their diet. Gotta be. You can never be too careful. Okay, so no guarantees as I've never tried this before, but let's see what we can do about this. Food type, mute, fruit. Okay, so yes, probably a good time to start explaining the 3 different kinds of food type in this game. Each of the slimes has a favorite kind of food. The pink one, which you can then breed with another slime in order to change their favorite food to everything, or maybe not their favorite food, but part of their diet to everything. That's one of the nice parts about having them on hand, is when you get to the more advanced stages and people have more obscure and secure foods that they will eat. You can just mix them with a pink slime and all of a sudden you're getting at least one of what you need every single time. Darn, really should have started a plantation or something. Running around, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Back in there. We'll keep a couple of you alive at least. Oh no. They only eat veggies and fruit. And we've fed all of our veggies and fruit to our other creatures. Okay, so not a finest start to rush mode, but worse things have happened. Okay. So as we zoom around here, let's see if we can find... There we go. A couple of vegetables. Some overgrown stuff that hasn't been eaten yet. The sound in this game is brilliant as well. Definitely very well done. Well, at least some of them will survive. So in the daytime, again, another ingenious bit of AI development throughout the day-night cycle here. That's not good. So as you may have seen already, the tar slimes will spawn, but they will only spawn when sufficient. You can okay, let's go backwards, go forwards. In order to spawn those tar slimes, what you must have is a combination of more than 2 slimes. So for instance, if you have a large one here, like a rock one and a phosphorus one, that's fine. But if you then go on and add another one into the mix, it will mess up the genetic code, as it were. I'm not sure if that's something that's actually going to work into the new slime rancher or not. But the new one does come out slightly later this year. I'm hoping for a day 1 release on Gamepass, but you never know. This has been on Gamepass for so long now, and I've played it to its fullest. Yeah, no randomly spawning items here. Definitely a much different game than when you play it at your own convenience, as I've been doing for a long time now. Okay. Yes, unfortunate start. I wish I'd started this with a bit more planning, but at least it gives you a basic intro to what's going on in this game. So I'll try and get a little bit further on. I mean, we've got, what, half an hour left? Just going to take a quick sip of water. Today we have a Mandarin orange sparkling water. There we go. Finally, the food that I was looking for this whole time. Sadly not the one we need to complete our quest and feed that giant golden slime, but maybe we'll get lucky and find that in this next area. Oop. Ah, we need a key. So in order to get a key, you have to find a mystical slime located throughout the world here, and they're very cool actually. There's one right there. As you can see, it's a bit of a slug. Oh, it's a bit of a slug, and you have to have a lot of fruit in order to feed it. But it then does give you a slime key that's required to then reach another area, find more slimes, give you a little bit more. Well, aside from just revenue, I guess. A little more variety of items on your ranch. I should be hoovering up these floors as I'm going, but I just haven't been. Let's see. There we go. At least they'll pay me a little bit for each one I bring back. I think it's 10 a pop right now for plots. Okay. Oh, there we go. And that's why you don't keep slimes you can't control on your ranch. The interesting part as well is they'll then go on to infect other slimes as well, located around. Oh, this is a whole mess. I have a feeling soon I will have... Actually, that's not too bad. That's what we'll do. We'll just mix them up with all of them. We'll mix them up with each of them. Okay. So clearly things are getting a little bit out of control here. So let's go and explore and see if we can't find a solution elsewhere. What a mess. Okay. As you can see, though, the frantic runs between leaving your base and then going back are a... they paint a picture of how well you stocked your base. So later on, what you'll find is you can automatically feed your slimes over a period of time, and that will keep them from getting agitated and upset. Let's see. Oh. No, please with some coins. Oh, thank you. But yeah, you'll find as you go away and come back, how well prepared you've left your base will dictate. How well prepared you've left your base will dictate what condition it is and when you get back. And that's very cool as well. Again, once more watching how systems work while you are absent and away. We need to keep the frame. Okay. There we go. Another one of the ginormous slimes that will give you a slime key. But I find, yeah, I will take a moment to just stop at the end of this bridge and show you the environment has been beautifully crafted. Each of these items is interact. Each item in the environment is interactable. You can go up all the way to the top of these cliffs if you have a keen eye and time on your hands. I don't, but I find the rest of the environment created around here to be absolutely stunning. You know, this bridge over troubled waters into a swampy area is brilliant. I don't know if we'll reach it within the rush stream today, but I know we can try. Again, as your hens grow older as well, you'll find you get other characters, stony hens, fancy roosters. That's what we were looking for. All right, we need some of these. So let's go and see if we can't grow some stuff on our plantation. Ranch. Alright, so let's try and stay alive as well. I mean, we have access. I do believe with all the health that I have right now, and the fact that we haven't expanded jetpack, we must have access to some of the items that I've unlocked throughout the main game, which is kind of cool. And there you go. As this is rush mode, I think these things are growing significantly faster than they would otherwise. But you get to see the well designed and interestingly adorable features. Okay, you need to get back over there. Yeah, let's get another, see if we can get another one of these going. Okay. Not much more of a, Yeah, a neat trick is they won't go through the walls if you use the vacuum cleaner just past them. A little bit more leeway with which to work with. Little more leeway to work with as you try and vacuum up some of the items that you need in order to sell. Okay. That you need to sell in order to continue your adventure. One, two, four. Excellent. Well, I think we can send him 9 slimes from the back of our gardens here that may have escaped. That might help us with our population problem. The fun thing as well is once you use this quest machine during the regular game, that's how you unlock some side quests and new locations and make new friends that you can then go and visit on their very swanky, styled out ranches and make a little bit of money on the side working for. Hopefully, if I can maybe give this guy what he needs now, get a shot at heading over there before the end of this rush, that would actually make us a lot more money. Fulfill the objective, shall we say, of this game mode. Okay, now let's sort the rest out. Is there appropriate cages? You in there? In there. You in there. You. Oh, they're just too full. Yeah, another nice touch is that you can vacuum up all these plots on the side like this, and they've created a genuinely useful corralling system. Whereas, you know, sometimes I find in other AIs your animals still get out, or randomly generated events make your fencing completely useless. I love Dragon Quest Builders, and I think the writing in it is magnificent. But I also find that when your base comes under attack and your villagers aren't there to fix it back up, that becomes incredibly painful. I'm right at the end of the game now, and it definitely makes for some. Yeah, it makes for some very difficult choices later on. You know, I won't spoil anything, but you reach a point and the villagers are not inclined, shall we say, to build. And if you've played at any time in that game as well, you'll know the build is sort of like Hearts in Kingdom Hearts or anything like that. It just kind of loses all meaning and goes out the window about the halfway point. Alright, let's see what we got. Oh, guess we can't interact with that for now. Okay. So I guess in our not particularly successful farm right now, let's see if we can find a... I'm not even sure what that kind of plot is. Why don't we interact with the Slimepedia and find out? Okay, so it only shows the ones that you found this title through. I believe that one comes after your chickens, after you've got a chicken coop. But for now, we'll run out and see if we can't find anything useful out on the range. Because yes, until the next time we feed them, we won't be able to collect any of the clothes from them, so it makes it mostly useless. Another problem again, if you haven't got control of the local slime population, is they will eat everything off the trees, and you won't get a chance to harvest them and feed them to the slimes back at your ranch. Hence why you're going to want probably to not do what I did and invest in a garden early to give yourself the best shot at success. But again, another one of those, if you lose control over everything and you get it back under control, you know, it's a serious time investment to do so if you're inclined in that direction. But it does bring about a sense of peace in order to keep everything on your farm under control at all times. I found that it did help with needing to check everything 5 times before you go out and do anything, and this becomes incredibly tiresome, so it kind of worked out for me, some of those obsessive compulsive kinks, which was fun. But again, no recommendation for anyone else, just happened to work for me in the moment, because if you've played this, look at how much work it is every time you leave your ranch to do to fix everything up. So sometimes you find yourself in situations where you just can't do it all. Okay, you over here. Back in some. Okay, so we've got slightly too many cat ones, and that's possibly one of the only times you'll hear me say that, you know. Got a soft spot in my heart for cats. Okay. As you can see, the other nightmare with having large ones is that they get in the way, especially when you're trying to vacuum up plorts. I don't think any of our phosphorus creatures survived for some reason. It may be that we didn't have the solar shield that we actually needed to keep them alive. We've got to keep them in an environment that is close to their natural one, right? So you have to have something to shield them from the daytime, or you could just build them one. You could build them a corral in the cave in the far area. That also works. Okay, finally. This will help with that. Next thing that we need to invest in is an auto harvester. You get in there. Also, you can tell their state of happiness by the faces on the front. As you can tell, these ones are a little hungry, so we'll chuck them back in there and cha-cha, maybe feed them a little. Okay, we've got 16 minutes to find this guy a fox. Alright, well. Seeing as our harvest is finally come in, hopefully now this will aid us in preventing any more wild escapes from our pens. Again, I do recommend, I definitely did this in the wrong order, I do recommend you pick up a garden and start growing the food that you're going to need to feed your slimes as soon as possible. Also, possibly that you get your aim up. I'm rushing through this right now, so a little nervous, shall we say, because I haven't played this in a little while. So let's get some of these things. As you can see, I think I've fallen prey to the trap of putting way too many slimes into my first corral. Although to be fair, it's the trap that everyone falls into. I mean, what else are you going to do? You've got a million pink slimes that you're going to need eventually to mix with other slimes. There we go. Send that one off into the near horizon. So there we go. I'll give you a brief look at this. Is how many different types of slimes there are in the game. There are a couple more hidden ones that I'm not sure we'll be able to get to here. But again, 6 more at the end there. Each of them are a different combination of food types and environments that they enjoy. Very picky, actually. There we go. The finest invention, possibly of all time. Claw collector. Makes all the collecting a lot easier for you, so you don't have to come up here to the side and walk up to it. Another fine invention from $7, I guess, or Z-bucks. Alright, so let's see. One annoyed one up there. Ooh. Look at that. Finer slime sniping you will never see. Alright. So now that you've seen basically how the foundations of this go, each of these different areas here are denoted for separate things. In the main game, this area here is where you'll find all of your chickens mainly, and that probably a good area then to start breeding all of the vegetables and things you need. The only reason I've done it so closely this time is so that I have access to all of the items I need from the garden to quickly feed the slimes, just for ease of use this time. But usually I set up my entire garden over there. The dock I walked down to earlier has naturally spawning pools that you can put some of the latest slimes in that can't survive without being in water. The national favourite, I believe, is the pond slime that everybody adores. I've seen it's very popular on Reddit. I didn't realise, but if you're not a fan of, or if you are a fan of this game, you may know about its Reddit page. That place is absolutely wild. Fantastic. I enjoy it. Let's see if we can find. Nope. Still none of those. Still none of the ones that we're looking for in order to get our gilded ginger and trade with that. Oh, just happy-go-lucky ones. Okay, let's head back now and see if we can't get a slime key. That might help us. I believe you need roughly 20 pieces of food to feed to the large slimes in order to get them to give up their cores, their gold, to give up their lucky charms. So let's see if we can't go and find the items we need. We might have some left over here, or perhaps by now our next tree might have grown. No, but we have some left in our spare garden here. What we will do is... No, that's too much. Okay. No, slightly. They will upgrade the nutrient soil so that we'll have more things to feed to our slimes in turn. That will provide us with more... Ah, there we go. That will provide us with more... What a shot. That will in turn provide us with more plots in the long run too. This is another area that we haven't yet gotten into. It's a little more dangerous down there. You do find more in the way of living slime sort of heads and things down there as well, so you're rewarded for your... You know what, we've got 9 minutes left. We'll go down there and have a look. Ideally, we've got enough now to feed to our giant slime. Let's see if we can't vacuum up a couple more of these plots and Nope, 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 nothing. Okay, great. Another of the treasure pods. Wish I'd known about this one earlier, eh? Let's see. Look at that. Arrow flight. That's the exit out of the back of the ranch earlier that we found. I don't know what that is. I've actually never been over there. Here we are. My own friend, the King Gordo. Enjoy your grub. There we go. See? Exactly 20. So we've got one slime key now to go and explore to our heart's content. No, 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 no. Games. Okay, a little more money. Cubo. Good, good, good. That's what we need. Okay. So, the reason that we did that, aside from to get the slime key and unlock a later area so that we can get more interesting slimes, is that now we have access to the heartbeat. The heartbeat gives us 2 rock plorts every time we feed it to a rock slime. Reason being is that's actually the favorite fruit, or the favorite food of, I think it's a veg actually, it's a favorite vegetable of the rock plort, or the rock slimes. They'll kick out twice as much in return for you feeding them their favorite food. Okay, so head back. At this point, that one would almost pay for itself. Alright, so we're back again. Let's pay these out for... This may be the last return to the ranch, I think, right now, during this rush playthrough. Okay. Let's see what we get back from this, too. Yeah, they do remind me very heavily in sound design of the worms from Team 17 back in the day. Ow! Oh, Sarge! Alright, let's see what else we've got that we can build here for the time being, at least. So we do want to keep the chickens in place during the uprising, but let's go and see what we can do with our slime key for now. Gardening for now due to the excessive use of, or disuse of gardens. It's probably a good idea. Let's chuck another one in. Let's go and see if we can't find anything interesting out this way. I happen to know that there used to be a teleporter out here. It would lead you off into greener pastures out the back. Let's see if that's still in play. Using the brief knowledge of what I gained creating the original Gamepass gems short. Oh, no, I guess it's not linked yet. Yeah, creating the original Gamepass gems video. That was just a prototype for a show that I was interested in making, just bringing light some of the finest titles on Gamepass, and I found this to be exactly that. You know, not only a powerful statement of intent from a company that have output a game of such quality that is so far beyond what I don't know. I mean, for me, it stretches almost into this new genre of indie games that have been so masterfully developed and well thought out that they sort of transcended that genre, because the usual stereotype of indie games is, you know, these cheap and cheerful, dime a dozen, created overnight kind of beautifully conceptual games, but games that you wouldn't expect a AAA polish from, and this is most definitely a game with that AAA polish. I've recommended this game to people struggling with all sorts of different issues. I think it brought a real slice of joy into my life when I was having trouble finding any. You know, it's not a high concept, crazy journey or adventure that's going to change the rest of your life, but it is a wonderful, for me, a wonderful game that brings a lot of joy. And I think at the end of the day, you know, sometimes we all just need that little bit of joy. We don't need things to be overwhelmingly difficult to deal with. All right, let's. There we go. Saved one of them. Two of them. Oh, we got 2 minutes. Maybe we should have just gone searching for the treasure originally, and we would have had a slightly more successful beginning to this game. What do you think? Well, definitely let me know if you have any instant tips. This is brilliant. I was planning on doing a short stream to kind of show what some of the more joyous aspects of this game, but this rush mode completely blew me into a different direction. I thought it was still going to have, you know, the light, easy-going fun. Ooh, okay, I guess not. We're going to be in even more trouble if we can't land this. The light, easy-going fun aspects of Slime Rush from the main game, but no, this is definitely like a time attack mode. Oh, there we go. And of course, with no fast travel, we're forced to return back the long way. What do we think? Minute 15, minute 10 to make it back? At this point, I get the feeling we should probably already be back at the ranch. Oh, we didn't even get to use our slime key. Oh. Well, if we're gonna go out, we might as well at least go out with the treasure pod. Okay, 28 seconds. He's back up at the top. He rounds the corner. He's heading for home. Ah. Anyway, this is the area you can release the phosphor slimes in freely. And there we go. At least we. Oh no! Didn't even get to feed them their favorite vegetable in time. What are you gonna know? Wow. At least we finished it with no knockouts. Lovely, lovely. Well, that was a fantastic short introduction to Slime Roger. It doesn't take you into any of the deeper aspects of the game, which is the beautiful world design. Later on, you reach an area that is just... I don't really know how to describe it. It draws on all of the skills and slimes and claws that you've taken from the game so far, and then forces you to use them in order to access a new area. It's beautiful, and another wonderful bit of level design. And if you check out my Gamepass Gems video, I'm sure you'll see it there. But yeah, closing thoughts. that was incredible. I don't think it was a very different game to playing the normal Slime Rancher. Let's see. There we go. I'll show you my ranch and a couple of the later items just quickly before we get off here. But wow, that was incredible. For reference, this saw the amount of time it took me to cultivate this ranch earlier on as we loaded in. But there are by it showing off their finest inventions and creations, right? At this point now, this late in the game, most of my money is now spent just upgrading my rank in the rewards club. But I finished out most of the story, and it has a really beautiful and intentionally ambiguous partnership that tells you all about it tells you a little bit more about the character and how you learn to grow, and it's woeful but also beautiful at the same time. You know, I find this game is incredible. Firstly, huge female protagonist as the playable character forging out in the unknown, leaving all things behind. You know, oh crap, whoa, what do you know? This is probably a good time to load back out. I don't know how those got in there, but this is what happens when your ranch goes haywire. There you go. A little bit of something wonderful for you there. Show it all come crumbling down, even to somebody who's put a ton of time into this. But again, I'll go back in, redo it in about 5 minutes. Once you have all your foundations set in place, it's very easy to rebuild. And I think it's a beautiful metaphor in that for life. But yeah, it's a ranching experience like no other. Having done a ton of work on land and large scale land, it's definitely something different, but something altogether beautiful. Anyway, thank you for sticking with me for this last Days to Play stream. Try Slime Rancher before it leaves, and definitely play Slime Rancher 2 when it comes out later this year. So, whoa, September 22nd. Today. Yeah, there you go. Comes out today. Incredible. Look at that, bit of promo on today. Wish Minomi Park all the best in our future ventures. So yeah, try out Slime Rancher 2, and let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about my Rush game, my cacophony of errors Rush game mode, and see if you have any tips and tricks you can drop in the comments below. As always, give me a like and a subscribe and a shout if you liked the video or not, and I'll see you all next time.